Imagine waking up tomorrow holding the winning ticket worth not millions, but $1.8 billion. Overnight, you're richer than celebrities and CEOs. But here's the catch. Lottery wins don't always end in yachts and private islands. Many winners faced lawsuits, scams, and even bankruptcy. Some lost everything. So what should you do if you hit the jackpot? The truth is, your very first moves decide whether your fortune lasts a lifetime or disappears in a flash. In this video, we'll cover 9 critical steps top lawyers and financial advisors say you must take immediately if you win a $1 billion lottery today. Step 1. Keep your mouth shut. The first mistake most new billionaires make is also the deadliest one: talking too much, too soon. Imagine the adrenaline rush of realizing you've just hit $1.8 billion. Your heart's racing, your mind is spinning, and before you can think straight, you're reaching for your phone to call everyone you know. But that single impulse could cost you everything. History has proven it. In 1999, Timothy Schultz won $29 million, and overnight, he wasn't just Tim anymore. He became Tim the lottery winner. Reporters hounded him. Strangers stopped him on the street. People asked to touch him for luck, and every long-lost friend suddenly wanted a piece of his fortune. His life was never truly his own again. That's why financial advisors repeat the same warning. Tell only 3 people: your spouse, your lawyer, and your accountant. No one else. Not your cousin, not your best friend from high school, not even your parents, until the plan is in place. Because the second your secret leaks, you invite scams, lawsuits, and danger right to your front door. But staying quiet is just the beginning, because once the adrenaline fades, you face an even bigger question. How do you protect the ticket itself? Step 2. Make a copy of your winning ticket. That flimsy slip of paper in your hand isn't just a ticket, it's the key to $1.8 billion. And if you misplace it, damage it, or sign it too soon, you could lose everything before you even step forward. Financial advisor Rob Wilson gives one piece of advice every winner should tattoo into their brain. Make a copy of your ticket immediately. Take a photo, make physical copies, and lock the original somewhere safe, like a fireproof box or a bank deposit vault. A copy may not prove ownership in court, but it gives you a vital record if anything happens. And here's the crucial part: don't rush to sign the back of it. The way you claim the prize can affect whether you stay anonymous or are forced into the spotlight. An attorney and accountant can help you decide if you should claim as an individual or through a trust or LLC that shields your identity. Because once your name is public, there's no turning back. Just ask Edwin Castro, the $2 billion Powerball winner in California, who was hounded with lawsuits the moment his name hit the headlines. Protecting the paper is step 1, but protecting yourself from the world comes next. That's where anonymity becomes your greatest weapon. Step 3. Protect your anonymity. The moment you claim a $1 billion jackpot, your name becomes a magnet for friends, strangers, scammers, and even distant relatives you've never heard of suddenly appear, all with one thing in common: they want your money. That's why protecting your identity is just as critical as protecting the ticket itself. But here's the cruel reality: not every state allows you to remain anonymous. In California, for example, winners are legally required to go public. Just ask Edwin Castro, the man who won a record-breaking $2 billion Powerball in 2022. Within weeks, he was splashed across headlines, trailed by paparazzi, and hit with lawsuits from people claiming the ticket wasn't even his. His quiet life was over the moment his name was released. On the flip side, states like Delaware, Kansas, and Maryland allow winners to stay completely anonymous. Others permit winners to claim through a trust or LLC, shielding their real identity. Some even hire firms to scrub personal information from the internet and monitor social media for imposters. Because once your face is out there, you can't take it back. And when the spotlight finds you, that's when the sharks start circling. But even if you manage to hide your identity, there's still another step: building a defense team that keeps predators away from your fortune. Step 4. Hire legal and financial defense team. You might think winning $1 billion means freedom. In reality, it means you've just entered a battlefield, and your only shield is the team you build around you. Lawyers, accountants, and financial advisors aren't luxuries now, they're lifelines. Without them, you're walking into the lion's den unarmed. Take the tragic case of William Budd Post, who won $16.2 million in 1988. Within a year, he was millions in debt. Why? He trusted the wrong people. His own brother tried to hire a hitman to take his share, and scammers bled him dry. By the end of his life, he was living on food stamps. That's what happens when you don't have a strong defense team. Experts recommend hiring at least 2 financial advisors, so no single person controls your fortune. And never sign a power of attorney that gives anyone complete access to your winnings. Instead, let your lawyer and accountant act as gatekeepers, screening requests, blocking scams, and making sure your billion doesn't become someone else's payday. But even with the best team, you'll face a decision every winner dreads. How do you actually take the money? Lump sum or annuity? Step 5. Lump sum versus annuity. It sounds simple. Just grab the cash and run, right? Not so fast. Every jackpot winner faces one of the biggest financial choices of their life: lump sum or annuity. One gives you all the money at once, heavily reduced after taxes. The other stretches payments over nearly 3 decades. Most winners pick the lump sum. In 2024, the $1.3 billion Oregon winner walked away with about $626 million before taxes. That's a jaw-dropping payday. But after federal cuts, it dropped closer to $330 million. Still life-changing, but less than half the headline number. So why do people avoid the annuity? Because if you die before the 29 years are up, your family may never see the full payout. Inflation also eats away at its value. But some argue annuities protect winners from themselves, preventing reckless spending sprees that wipe out fortunes overnight. Take Jack Whitaker, who won $315 million in 2002. He chose a lump sum, and within years, lawsuits, theft, and endless bad decisions left him nearly broke. The choice is a double-edged sword, and whichever path you take, the next challenge hits even harder: resisting the temptations that come with sudden, unimaginable wealth. Step 6. Don't hand out cash to family, friends, and beggars. Here's the part most winners never see coming. The people closest to you can become your biggest threat. The moment news of your billion-dollar win spreads, your phone won't stop buzzing. Old classmates suddenly want to catch up. Distant cousins you'd never met are asking for just a small loan. And some requests won't be friendly at all. Take the story of Budd Post, who won $16.2 million in 1988. Within weeks, his own brother hired a hitman trying to take a share of the winnings. Lawsuits, scams, and endless handouts drained him dry, and Post spent his final years broke. Or Jack Whitaker, the $315 million Powerball winner, who was constantly harassed by strangers and eventually said the money ruined his life. That's why advisors insist you let your legal and financial team handle requests. They can filter out scams, say no on your behalf, and keep you from becoming the bad guy in family disputes. Because once you open the door to endless giving, it never closes. And here's the harsh truth: protecting your billion isn't just about the money. It's about protecting your peace of mind. Which leads to the final step: creating a legacy that outlives you. Step 7. Investing for the future. When the dust settles and the headlines fade, The billion in your account isn't just money, it's responsibility. Because here's the ugly truth. Lottery wealth has a history of vanishing faster than it arrived. Without a plan, you're just another headline waiting to happen. The conservative path is the safest. U.S. Treasuries. Put $230 million into government bonds at 4% and you're earning $10 million a year, guaranteed. No risk, no stress. For balance, mix in index funds or diversified stocks. Slow and steady, your fortune not only survives, it grows. But the traps are everywhere. Hedge funds promising sky-high returns, private equity deals you barely understand, flashy startups from friends who suddenly resurface. That's how winners like Jeanette Lee, who won $18 million in 1993, lost nearly all of it by donating recklessly and investing in political causes she didn't fully understand. Or the infamous Jack Whittaker, who poured millions into failing businesses until his $315 million windfall evaporated. Step 8. Be cautious about sexy opportunities. Once the basics are covered, treasuries, index funds, maybe a diversified stock portfolio, the temptation creeps in. You start hearing whispers of hedge funds, private equity, or exotic investments that promise to double your fortune. And sure, the ultra-wealthy love to dabble in those arenas. But here's the truth. For a newly minted billionaire, it's often nothing more than a dangerous ego trap. Financial advisor Munson puts it bluntly. This is all rich guy ego stuff. These alternative investments carry massive risks and often demand expertise you simply don't have if you've never played in that league before. Step 9. Legacy and long-term strategy. At some point, the billion-dollar question shifts from "how do I spend it?" to "what will this money mean when I'm gone?" Because no matter how many cars, mansions, or vacations you buy, wealth this size has the power to outlive you or vanish with you. Some winners blew it all, leaving nothing behind. Others turned their luck into lasting legacies. Take Andrew Whittaker, the $315 million Powerball winner who admitted his fortune destroyed his family. By the time he died, most of it was gone, wasted on lawsuits, bad investments, and tragedy. His legacy became a warning, not an inspiration. Contrast that with lottery winners who quietly built charitable foundations, endowing schools, hospitals, and scholarships that continue to change lives decades later. In conclusion, winning $1.8 billion sounds like a dream, but as we've seen, it can just as easily become a nightmare. From protecting your ticket to hiring the right team to making smart investments, every step is a test of discipline. The truth is, the jackpot isn't just money, it's a spotlight, and how you handle it determines whether you thrive or fall. So if fortune ever knocks on your door, remember, it's not about the billion-dollar win, it's about what you do next. Would you take the lump sum or the annuity? Would you go public or stay anonymous? Comment below. I want to hear what your first move would be. And don't forget, hit like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video where we break down life's biggest what-if moments.